You are now listening to The Spearsy Spin with your host, Mike Spears.
Hillary Clinton launches her new PAC, Onward Together. Hi, folks, and welcome to The Spearsy Spin, May 16th, 2017. Hillary Clinton, the newest person to be affected by the oldest hate Trump rhetoric. She apparently has been taking lessons from film director Michael Moore. Now, Clinton is unofficially placing herself back into the political spotlight by launching her new PAC, Onward Together. Mrs. Clinton was, of course, the 2016 Democratic presidential nominee, and she was also the former Secretary of State. Hillary Clinton has announced, as of airtime today, on Twitter and through emails to her supporters, about her New Deal. Sorry, FDR, for the reference. And what is her New Deal? Well, it's a microcosm of Michael Moore's rapid response team theory, where when news of a Republican going to give a live speech or a talk in any given area, these brainwashed left-leaning urchins show up where the speech is given and create chaos. They holler and scream and shout. Bodily harm to others? Well, it's never off the table, as evidenced by the liberal students who protested at Berkeley. Now, currently there's a huge push on by Clinton and the left to get their constituents to blindly sign up for the PAC. Now, if you don't believe me, check out her site. It's basically just a blue page. I only seen two buttons to click. One was donate, i.e. gimme, stop it, money, or join and subscribe. Of course, they will need your email address as well. And what will you be seeing and reading on the blue page? Well, it's a couple of paragraphs of liberal, self-loathing rhetoric that's designed to make those who feel disenfranchised feel some power and some self-worth again by joining the onward movement. Don't forget to donate. Now, Hillary Clinton tweeted this today. The last few months I've been reflecting, spending time with family, and yes, walking in the woods. Now, she also went on to tweet she is launching Onward Together to encourage people to get involved, organize, and even run for office. And what inspiration does this group offer? Well, here 'tis. Resist, insist, persist, and list, says a message on the organization's homepage. Now, oddly enough, these are almost verbatim the same phraseology used by the communists here in this country in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. How contrite. Now, Clinton also says, Onward Together is dedicated to advancing the vision that earned nearly 66 million votes in the last election. The PAC's mission statement says, by encouraging people to organize, get involved, and run for office, Onward Together will advance progressive values, their words, not ours, and work to build a brighter future for generations to come. Advance progressive values. Need I say more? Well, in stark rebuke of Mrs. Clinton's sentiments, I would offer for your consideration remarks made by Stalin, Brezhnev, and Mussolini. These remarks you can find because they're forever recorded in the annals of time.
Remove the
jobs, break the schools, pull back the police, let the streets flood with drugs, let violent gangs recruit child soldiers and terrorize neighborhoods. Don't prosecute gun crimes. And when the media looks you in the eye after another bloody weekend in a major American city, call for more gun control. If our politicians are truly using the carnage they refuse to stop to attack the rights of honest, hardworking Americans caught in living hell, then they are guilty of the most despicable form of racism imaginable. What has been allowed to happen in our inner cities is an absolute disgrace. If the same epidemic of poverty, gang violence, and broken schools poison the neighborhoods of the nation's political class, you'd better believe they'd be talking about real solutions, not gun control. I'm the National Rifle Association of America, and I'm freedom's safest place.
Tell your friends and neighbors about the Spearsy Spin.
Hi folks. Times we live in today are scary. Religious freedoms under fire, racial divide never more evident, political powers fighting, foreign countries looking to exploit our country, news media reporting unfair on issues, folks searching out the truth. I listen to the news, then I listen to the Spearsy Spin. Mike Spears has experience, education, determination, and grit to get what's going on in our country. Listen to Mike Monday through Friday. I'll listen. Hope you'll be listening too.
Anti-establishment with an exact intent of disrupting the political status quo. The National Republican Committee has also fired back at Clinton with a statement of its own. It reads, "The American people rejected Hillary Clinton." Let me start that again. "The American people rejected Hillary Clinton 6 months ago because she's completely out of touch, untrustworthy, and embraced the failed policies of the past." RNC spokesman Michael Ahrens, that was his sentiments. He also said if Democrats were smart, they'd realize it's time to move onward from Hillary Clinton altogether. In another email, Clinton framed her group as a vehicle to resist unspecified opponents. Now, she did not name the Trump administration, but oddly enough referenced against its policies. Now, in still another email, Clinton went on to say today that here are a few of the groups that the Clintons are going to be supporting. Indivisible Team at Swing Left and at Color of Change and at Emerge America and Run for Something. And of course, she's going to apparently be working with Governor Howard Dean and others. And she says, stay tuned, there is more to come. Now, a Hillary Clinton email. In recent months, we've seen what's possible when people come together to resist bullying, hate, falsehoods, and divisiveness, and to stand up for a fair, more inclusive America, Clinton emailed. From the Women's March to airports where communities are welcoming immigrants and refugees to town hall meetings in every community, Americans are speaking up and speaking out like never before. Really, Mrs. Clinton? You know, from where I sit, these are the actions taken against anyone who doesn't agree with the liberal pack. Resist bullying? No, you and your ilk have done nothing but bully people on several college campuses and on the streets as well during protest. Your liberal protesters carry signs of hatred all over the country. Hate and falsehoods? Please. I can't even fit all of your lies into the show, and I'm not even joking about that. We could start with, well, the first lie. Here's one, Benghazi, and we could go on from there. So the only thing your PAC is going to accomplish is to cause major unrest in the country and pit the misinformed up against a well-educated group of civil Americans that merely want peace. Should you continue with this vendetta of yours against Trump, I suspect this may escalate to violence and possibly worse. So, Mrs. Clinton, let the record show that on this day, we, the American people, will hold you accountable for any damage, destruction, maiming, or loss of life. Your actions have consequences. Please consider this before continuing on your vindictive journey. Now, Mrs. Clinton also specifically said that the PAC would back groups like Swing Left, Color of Change, and Emerge America, and tweeted, of course, stay tuned for even more. She also said, this year hasn't been what I envisioned, but I know what I'm still fighting for, a kinder, big-hearted, inclusive America. Onward, Clinton tweeted. Now, Mrs. Clinton claims that her defeat by Donald Trump in last year's election was because of former FBI Director James Comey, Russian interference, and, of course, the ignorance of the voting populace. However, she also claims absolute personal responsibility for her defeat. My question would be, how do you take absolute responsibility for your defeat after saying nothing is your fault, and after you call half of the U.S. voting populace deplorables? Mrs. Clinton has also said that if the election were held on October 27th, she would now be your president. So, by the same logic then, if the election was held November 8th, 1936, providing she was alive then, she could have been your president then as well. But wait, what if Franklin D. Roosevelt? Yes, that does pose a problem. Well, whatever. Anyway, I am so tired of talking about the Clintons and their scandals and the Obama administration and their scandals, as well as this never-ending rhetoric of resist, insist, persist, and list. The Clintons and the liberal left, my God, this whole thing reminds me of the song that never ends. Well, that's our show. We'd like to know what you think, so please visit us at thespearsyspin.blogspot.com and leave us your message. Be professional. You never know. What you write today could be in tomorrow's show. As always, thank you so much for listening and for all your great thoughts. It's truly appreciated. And we will see everyone tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to today's show.
I've had it. That's it. That's it. What are you doing? What is this? Hey! No. This is the last time, right? This is it. This is it. This is it. This is not fun. Okay, if you guys are going to keep that up, I want you to go far, far away. Go. No. Keep on going. Woo.
This is the song that...
Charlie, horse! No, stop. Charlie, stop. I want you to go away. Go away. And don't slam the...
door.